Good morning, my Ascension friends, and welcome to the sixth Sunday of Easter. The sixth Sunday of Easter. Time is so strange these days, isn't it? Many have written about how our sense of time is all turned upside down. We don't have the markers that keep us on track for our daily lives. We're told we need to improvise day by day and see what the future holds. It's an extraordinary moment. And that, in fact, is one of the strengths of the Christian faith and of our practice as Christians. That at the very least, our reading of the Bible on a regular basis, our gathering on Sunday mornings, at the very least, those kinds of things are a discipline which keeps us in touch with the rhythm of God in the world. And as we stay in touch with God's rhythm, so our lives are stabilized. In this Easter season, we are, in these last few weeks, hearing from Jesus on the last night before he died, a time when his disciples are filled with anxiety and fear. We cannot overestimate the amount of fear and anxiety and sorrow and emotional chaos that they were in at the moment. It was the trauma of their entire lives. And in that moment, Jesus speaks to them with words of assurance. Not just light little words of assurance, not just words of consolation, though there are those words as well, but with words of promise and with words which give them the strength to face the days that are to come. Words which are grounded in the very reality of God. Today he says to them that he will not leave them orphaned, that in fact there is a Spirit from God which will be sent to them, which will be just as good as his own presence. And not only will he send it, but he says to them, it's already there. Look, there is a Holy Spirit within you, and that Spirit is me. I am not leaving you orphaned because I am with you in the same way in the life of that Holy Spirit that is at the center of your being. There are lots of religious traditions, there are lots of secular expressions which call us to our better selves, which call us away from our darker natures and say, we're also good, so live into the goodness. Well, all those are true, but they're all just intimations of the deep and profound faith that Spirit that's within us, the one that does call us to all goodness, to our fullest and best selves, that Spirit is Christ himself, living in our hearts, living in our lives, never far from us at all. And that is the word that he gives to them in this crisis moment in their lives. So, brothers and sisters, it is a time for us, in the midst of this crisis in our lives, to look hard at that Spirit, to live not only into our better selves, not only to that part of ourselves which nurtures love in the world and compassion and caring, which turns aside from despair and fear. It's a spirit which we're called to live into in the fullness of Christ. Christ who gave us a way of life, Christ who gave us a way to pray, Christ who gave us a way to love, Christ who gave us a way to die and rise again. That is the great, great good news of the Easter season, and I wish it for you this day. Amen.